So this is how you build a vision in life in order to level up and conquer your old self, in order to reach your goals, the destinations that you want to arrive to in your life. Um, and that's everything that you need in order to actually be able to take the different route that you want to take instead of doing the same old thing or follow the crowd, right? So first of all, it starts with you having faith in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself or believe in your capabilities, no one else will. It's that simple. So start with you believing in yourself or have faith in yourself, because you can do everything that you put your mind to. And it's as simple as that. I don't know how to explain it better than that, because it literally isn't a way to explain it better. So you need to ask yourself, first of all, you need to ask yourself questions. What do you want to achieve in your life? What goals do you have? What destinations do you want to arrive to? And what dreams do you have? And do those dreams have a plan? Because basically, a dream with a plan is a goal, but a goal without a plan is a dream. So it's really basic, but also it's kind of hard to kind of compute in your mind, right? But first of all, I said ask yourself questions about destinations that you want to go to. I mean, when I say destinations, I mean goals, the dreams that you have, and if you can build paths or plans to get to that goal or dream, then superb, right? So, first of all, define your core values. What values do you have as a person? When people look at you and or when people talk to you, what do they get from you? Like what flourishes through you, right? What is your values that you know that you have inside of your body, right? Other than that, let's say you're good at reading, stuff like that. Define your core values. Like what are you actually good at that's been in you throughout your whole journey, when you were younger, when you got older, all that stuff. Like what you have actually been good at. And I know it's also hard to kind of pinpoint because I've been there myself, but this is a game where you just need to sit down, gain clarity in your mind, because you need to see your vision and you need to literally just let everything out. For example, use a notebook to note down different stuff, different goals, everything that you have on your mind as well. That is one thing. If you want to have more clarity, if you want to be more open-minded, note down everything that you're thinking about before you go to bed, and when you then wake up, you will have more clarity. At least that's been the case for me. So I would give you that advice as well. But first of all, I said define your core values. Take everything that you have in your mind, just pause it for 10 minutes and understand the values that you have and what you bring to the table, right? Then it's about you setting clear goals. Set goals that you actually know that you can reach. Don't set them too high, because then you will constantly just chase your own shadow, and it will just be a game of you losing against your older self or the person that you want to become, right? And that's literally how it's going to be if you set two big goals. I've done it myself, as already told you. That's most of this video, right? That's the case with this video, is that I'm talking about stuff that I've done myself, and I can actually pinpoint it, and basically give you the advice that you need in order to not take the same dumb decisions. Because everything in all, it's just learning. It's not never failing. Get that right? And it's good to learn or good to fail, because you learn from it. So as well, like I don't want to be too clarity driven for you as well. But yeah, I said set clear goals that you do know that you can reach, but you need to make a change or life change to reach that goal. Then it's about you creating an actionable plan. What will take you to that specific goal without it also being too out of your values, right? Define your core values so you then can have a clear goal that you then can have a create an actionable plan towards. You can use your values in order to get to that goal that you have up here, right? Because those skills or those values will define you later on in life, if that makes sense. And then it's about you identifying obstacles, right? This is really, really, really important. This is where the learning process or the failing process comes in. Because if you already can identify certain obstacles along the way before you've come to them, you can already kind of take the route around them instead of right into the roadblock, right? And this is all about also what I told you, mind clarity. You need to already kind of map out your goal, map out the way that you want to go get to that goal by putting it in stuff like this, like lucid board. You need to have notebook. You can have a whiteboard like I have right there, but you can't see it. But like there's certain stuff that you can do in order to just have more clarity, and that is just noting stuff down where you have like place for it and space, and you also have clarity about where it is instead of just having everything on your mind. So early on, identify your obstacles so you can take the route around them instead of right into them, right? Or around would be more like this. But yeah. Visualize success daily. So when it comes to this one, I've thought about it multiple times. Look at people who's already done it. Look at people who you look at as an inspiration. If it was Iman Gadzi, if it was Luke Belmar, if it was John Welch, or if it was Tony Robbins, like who it was, whoever, right? Alex Mosey, good example. Or Chris Williamson, right? There's multiple people. And most of them have kind of recorded their journey, right? They have recorded since day one. So you can basically just skip back in time, look how they all started out, because you can see the growth. You can see that they had their own roadblocks, they had their stuff that they needed to take care of in able to get to where they're at right now, which is up here. But for them to get there, they had this trailing road, right? Where it will be ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, based like this. Sometimes you're way lower than usual, and then like, but all in all, it goes upwards, as you can see, right? So visualize people that has already done it and have something to refer to. Let's say just write it down or watch a certain YouTube video this often or whatever it may be, right? Just so you keep yourself attached to the ground as well, and also keep yourself accountable. That is really important. If you have people that around you in your daily life that can keep you accountable of what you want to do, great. Cultivate positive habits. So this is about you just starting to change your life, right? This is when you need to do stuff that is actually leveling you up instead of regressing you. So whether that's reading books, journaling, meditating, build some new habits that is actually going to improve you, or even reading. What am I supposed to say? Fix your vocabulary. That is stuff that I'm currently working on as well, because I'm not naturally speaking English, right? I'm Norwegian, so for me, I also needed to really dig deep when it comes to learning new skills, learning new paths, and also getting better to speak English fluently, and also learning new words. Because if you just use the same sort of words every single time, it's not really persuasive, is it? So really just start looking at people who's already done it, as said, and then you can see what habits that they cultivated and inherited, and then you can kind of just fix your path from there on. Start slow, start simple, because you need to be consistent with it in order for it to work, because remember, you're in this game for the long run. Celebrate small wins. Really important. If you want to succeed in life, you need to celebrate every single step. So when it comes to this this trailing road again, as I call it, you need to celebrate this, right? And even though it might be this down here, you might be on your downfall right here, or not downfall, that's kind of harsh to say, but then you have this success right here. Then it's all about you celebrating it, right? So I just forgot the word real quick. But yeah, just celebrate every single win that you have, or the small wins, because it keeps you in the game and it also keeps you motivated. And even though motivation is not something that you should rely on, discipline is something that you should rely on, and that is also something that you should train and get better at. So, but celebrate every small win because it keeps you in the game for the long run. Review progress regularly. So this is also to make sure that you're not regressing and that you're progressing, because you're never standing still. You either, as I said, already progressing, you're going upwards, or you're going downwards. It's that simple. And whether you like hearing that or not, it doesn't matter because it's the harsh reality. And there's been multiple times myself where I'm thinking, am I actually progressing? Am I actually getting better at what I'm doing right now? Or am I just stuck in the same cycle going around, 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 right? And it's kind of hard to tell sometimes because you feel like you may be doing a good job, but it's just small things like you could have maybe done a bit more that day instead of just pushing it to the next day. You know, it's those simple tasks right there. Instead of you just wasting that day, wasting 1 hour, wasting 2 hours, you could have just done the thing that you're doing the next day instead of pushing it to the next day, if that makes sense. So review progress regularly. Make sure that you're progressing and getting better instead of regressing and getting worse, because you're never standing still. And this is about seek mentorship. This is one that I put in here if you are in the stage where you need to, you kind of have figured out how it all works. You know what you want to do. You have already started maybe, and you have seen some progress, right? But for some reason you are not where you want to be. And I get that feeling. For some reason you do everything that you can. You have the structure, you have the plan, but people may not be reaching out to work with you. People may not be interested in your content. There's lots of different stuff there. And for that sake, I said seek mentorship, or had this in here, because a mentor, in my opinion, would be the best case of kind of skipping the level between 10 to 50, let's say. You skip those obstacles right there because that mentor has already kind of been in that phase. Let's say it's the lonely chapter, right? That is something that no one can really skip. So instead of you just go through pain and regret and everything in your early days when you have kind of seen some success, seek mentorship if that's what you feel like would be the best for you. You know your case. Most of the people say that they maybe don't need it, maybe they do, but in your mind you have, or feel your heart, like what does your heart tell you? Do you need to have someone that guides you, give you that reach out hand, whatever it may be? It's really damn straightforward if you feel like this is the right decision for you, and if so, then go for it, because there's nothing better than listening to someone who has done it themselves, so you don't need to take the hard route, right? Even though, as already said, it's really important to have failures or learning curves, because that is what makes you stronger. But yeah, that is basically it. If you need to create your vision, this is literally what you need to go on about. Start with, have faith in yourself, really damn important. Ask questions. What do you want to do? All that stuff. Define your core values, because those are the ones that will keep you driven, because that is what you already have mastered. Set clear goals that's actually reachable. Create an actionable plan to get to that route. Identify obstacles early so you can go around them and not straight into them. Visualize success daily so you keep yourself motivated and disciplined as well, because that is a key factor. Cultivate positive habits. Look at people who's already done it. Look what they are doing to get better. Create small wins. Let's celebrate small wins. Just as I said already again, keep yourself motivated and also in the game for the long run. Review progress regularly as well. That also goes back to being motivated and also being in a game for a long run, because you are either progressing or regressing. And at last, seek mentorship if you need more help. And that's how you do it. Create your vision today. Go underneath this video if you want a link to my school community. We are actually hosting a hosting a workshop tomorrow. So if you would like to join that, just go below. The school is free. So if you're a coach or creator, please join, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.